Hello Internet, this is Here Comes Lemon bringing you a Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile. I thought since I'm making some of these deck profiles anyways, I might as well make some content out of it and put it on my channels because it's been lacking for a long time. So first off, I wanted to talk about the Venom Cobra, which is basically a defensive wall, which you want to bring out with your Rescue Rabbit, which hopefully you will draw beforehand. And if not, you can use it to also bring out Kagetokage, which is easy to XYZ into your King of Feral Imps later, which brings out other Venoms to your hand. Also, you can use it with Venom Serpent, so you can use Kagetokage after summoning Venom Serpent, and then go straight to King of Feral Imp, bring another monster to your hand. And Venom Snake you can summon just to put counters on your opponent, same with Venom Cobra. Which is, you do that because of Venom Swamp. Each monster on the field loses 500 attack for each Venom counters they have on them, and if their attack points hit 0, they get destroyed. And you have Terraforming to also give you another chance of getting that card to your hand, thankfully, because you really want to destroy their monsters. Snake Deity's command I only run one because you don't always have a Venom monster in your hand, and sometimes it's just wasteful. And the boss monster Vennominaga. See, in 500 attack for each reptile in your graveyard is unaffected by anything. Spell traps, effects monsters can't be targeted, and if it's destroyed and sent to the graveyard, I can banish one reptile and special summon her back. Each time she does damage, I can put a venom counter. I get 3 on, I win. It's a hyper venom counter, so I don't even lose the damage. Rise of the Snake Deity is the trap card you need to activate to summon her, and you have to destroy Vennominon, which also has 500 attack for each reptile in the graveyard. However, it does not. It is affected by spells and traps, which is why you can use traps like Offering of the Snake Deity, target one and destroy two on the other side. Regeki Break, discard one card from your hand to destroy a card on the field. You can also use Torrential Tribute on the summon to destroy Vennominon. And not to mention, you can also use Dark Hole, which destroys all monsters on the field, thus leaving the field open for when you summon Vennominaga, which is unaffected by spells or traps. You can also use Bottomless right on the summon, so it can be done really quickly on your own turn. Now, another way to bring out Vennominon, besides drawing and summoning normally, is damage equals reptile. Every time you take damage from a monster, you get to summon. That involves a reptile in the damage. You get to summon a monster from your deck with attack lower than the damage you took. Vennominon has 0, so it's easy to bring out. And Evil Dragon Ananta is for late game situations. You just banish all reptiles in your graveyard and on the field, summon him, 600 attack for each reptile, and you pop a card at the end of the turn. Waboku's staple for defense, compulsory staple for just getting a card back to the hand. Call of the Haunted, sometimes you can bring back Vennominon. This is really good late game. And for the extra deck, this is the one you need the most. You need King of Feral Imps because once per turn you can detach one monster and add one reptile to your hand. You can do that for any of the reptiles, which is really good. Utopia is you just throw it in because it's easy. Zenmaines you sometimes may want to XYZ with the snakes, and Gagaga Gunman you may want to take off 800 for the win. And I'd throw in 2 of these level 8 XYZs because sometimes you get 2 Vennominons on the field, but you can't actually activate Rise to get out Vennominaga, so it's a waste. And this is a good first hand. This is an example of one of the Rescue Rabbits. This is how you want to do. This is a starting hand for me. I got to put down a Waboku and a Torrential, so it's good for defense. Rescue Rabbit out. I can bring out 2 Venom Cobras. And with those 2, I can XYZ for King of the Feral Imps. And because I have Waboku and Torrential out, I can be assured I can activate this effect this turn to bring a Venom monster in my hand as well as next turn. And this is an example of damage equals reptile because I can attack with Venom Snake, I believe. No, Venom Cobra. Activate damage equals reptile. Bring out Vennominon. My monster goes to the graveyard, so I gain another 500. And in this case, I was able to destroy that monster, activate his effect, banish one, bring him back, and attack again for 25. So it's one thing you can do just by drawing one weak monster. And this is an example. Another way you can bring out Vennominon is simply by sacrificing him, which is really easy to do. because you have enough stall cards to bring him out, facing a Blue Eyes deck right now, which is funny. Bring him out, Dark Hole, destroys the field, Blue Eyes effect doesn't activate, Rise of the Snake Deity allows me to bring out Vennominaga, and Vennominaga is at, what, I think 25, I believe? Yeah, and then it's just direct attack from there. And finally, this is an example of Ananta, who, if sometimes you're just stalled and you have nothing in your hand, nothing's really working out for you, get it mid to late game, summon him, that's 4200 direct attack I just got right here, just because I drew him and it was mid game and I was able to stall him out of the field. So, I really like this deck. It's not exactly tier 1, but you can play around with it, and it is good to use in Yugioh Pro and against friends, and it's really cool just to mess around with. So I hope you like this video. I hope to put out another deck profile. I hope to do these once a month, and hope you enjoyed. Thanks. Bye.